guys both 50 points, and you play 2,000 points. In this, you have a detachment type. So
I'll in turn do the same thing. I'm going to move Seabolt, who's a water elemental surfer dude. Move him up there a little bit just to get a little range. Good. Now you can activate anybody you like. The points you spend go in their card. He has a limit of 7, for example, so we can do quite a bit. So you can activate the same guy multiple times.
Instead, you have a drive number.
So I come over to here.
That's good. Hellsmith always likes to get next to cards and things that he can chuck it. I have Howler here. I'm going to run him up. He's part of what's called the Ape Revolution Committee or ARC. There's a whole series of ape-themed and monkey-themed models. So they can be actually heroes and villains.
Alright.
Great, so then move it there.
I plan on dropping a car, something like this.
Fantastic, you can do that. Let's say Howler, you can chuck it Howler. What you want to do is pay a couple of points, bringing you up to 5, you still have plenty left. And you can actually, since his strength is so high, it's a red trump trait, you can actually power this up. You get to roll more dice and increase your chance. So if you want to pay 2 more, you can more guarantee the crushing blow against Howler there. So what you want to do, I'm going to give you this actually. You always roll a d6, it's a 1d6 game, and you roll that and I roll that and then you opposed roll. And then since you powered it up, you can roll 2 more dice and you'll choose the lower of those. So a throw is going to be strength-based, using your 6 against my defensive 3, so you got quite an advantage there. So we'll each roll 1 die.
And then you take this up again.
Roll the 6,
strengthen your gun is a 4, so you roll a d6 and add 4.
So your main die is a 3.
Alright, so you have
to choose the lower of these to give you
my guy's
1.
armor, which is a 3.
I rolled a 6. Let me just see what happens when I roll a 4. The 6 is a special roll. It's a trump. But we want you to succeed. So my total is my 4 plus my 3 defense. So what's your total? You're a 6.
9, 10.
So you also have a 10. I'm sorry, I have a 7. So you would have done 3 points of damage. And you can orient the car pretty much whichever way you want, contacting my model. Things are a little crowded here. I can move this out.
Charging costs all your action points, but you move triple your roll. Normally, for each action
if you had done just a couple more points of damage, you would have actually knocked him down because Hellsmith has an ability called Bruiser. Every Supreme, the superhero guys, they have a list of unique abilities at the bottom in addition to the actions they can take in the back, and it affects how they play. So in this case, you've crushed Howler, but he's going to take a shot right back because he doesn't like it. So he's just going to use actually he's going to use something called Stare Down. It's sort of it's a fluffy kind of rule for him. If he fails, you can charge him. If not, then you have to stay back. So it's sort of a defensive sort of role. Okay. So he rolled a 3 plus his spirit, which is at the bottom, and it's also going to be versus your spirit, which is 4 at the bottom of the skull.
They have like mutants.
7. Now you beat him, which means Stare Down says, if I fail the roll, then you may move up to 4 inches directly towards Howler. So you can actually move toward him. My Stare Down failed.
I have to go around the
it's actually directly towards, so the car is actually sort of blocking you. But if it were in an open lane, perfectly fine. You can really move on any flat surface you like. So it's a very maneuverable game. You can throw things, jump, climb walls, anything you like. Francis Gator, I'm out of points actually. You have 1 left. You can move Francis if you like. There you go. So at this point, we've exhausted all our points and a new round begins. We calculate the pool. We have everybody on the table, so we each get our 8. Now there's an initiative starting roll. What you want to do is look at the highest mind skill, the brain skill that you have. I'm both 3. You got a 2 and a 1.
Both of mine add to 3.
Probably wouldn't use Francis Gator. He's a little bit higher. So you just roll a d6 and you add that. So I rolled an 8. So I'll get to go first. So before Hellsmith finally kills Howler, I'm just going to go ahead and shoot. I'm going to use something called Gun Bravado, and what this lets, it lets me make a couple of opposed rolls against Hellsmith, and
which one are you looking for?
Right, yeah. And if I fail, then I can't activate it anymore. So it's going to be my energy versus your agility, which is the running guy 4. So I'm a 4, you're a 4. I have it as a trump trait, so I'm going to spin for that, and I'm also going to power it up just like you did. So you can power up your strength, I can power up my energy. Go ahead and roll this. Uh-oh. That had a total of 9, and you had a what?
Less than 9.
Oh, less than 9. So the difference is how much damage you would take.
So I take 5.
Yeah, and once your damage track is filled up, you become incapacitated. It's actually possible to bring you back to life with a med kit or something like that. And certain abilities can actually remove you from the game entirely. So you can go ahead and activate Francis Gator if you like. Or Hellsmith, whichever one you like.
He can come over and say hi or whatever?
Yeah, sure, he can attack. He actually has an ability, several abilities like everybody else. Like the first one, for example, if you were to damage me, I would take even more damage at the beginning of the next turn. So he's kind of an annoyance character. He can also lay down the swamp. He's sort of a Cajun kind of themed guy.
So we'll do this sharp
symbols.
teeth thing, whatever.
Sure, sharp teeth. It says you make a strength roll versus my defense roll, and it's going to cost you 1, AP 1.
So it was 1 to move and the 1 to do that.
Correct, yeah.
All right.
So your strength versus my defense, which is only a 3.
My strength
Roll
is
6 though.
my strength is a 4. But I can
yes.
power that one up again, right?
You can power it up. Now I rolled a 6. I took away my other 6, but I'll keep this one to demonstrate the trump roll as an automatic success. If you don't roll a 6, then I'll automatically win regardless. If you roll a 6, this is fantastic.
Does he just have to get 1/6 on any of his dice?
On the main die. Only the main
okay.
die. Now, this is an odd occurrence, but it'll demonstrate ties. So now that we both rolled a 6, we sort of ignore that and we just go back to our totals. So mine was a 9. What was your total?
13.
9, 13, so I would take 4 points of damage. If I were to also somehow roll a 13 or we tied again, then we would use our origins, your mystery, I'm science, we would have used something called the origin triad to break that tie. There are 3.
It's like rock, paper, scissors.
It's exactly like that. There's science, mystery, and nature, and one trumps the other. And if there's a tie then the defender wins.
Okay.
So there's a tying mechanism so you can break that sort of thing. Throwing things around, destroying robots, buildings, and whatnot, that's sort of the theme of the game.
All right, cool. Thank you very much.
Thanks for coming by.